Hello, welcome back to Fablestan, and this is Kim. In this video, I'm going to be responding to common tarot myths. So, you know, people talk about like what's real and what's not real. Is it true? Is it not true? You know, things like should you be gifted your first deck, or you know, some other tarot superstitions, tarot myths out there. I thought I would respond to some of them. And I found this blog post called The 18 Misguided Myths About Tarot Cards and Tarot Readings. It's from Psychic Power. It's by Syed Man. I'm not sure what the real name is, but it's from psychicpower.com.au, and I'll put the link to this blog post down below. So this is not an original blog post, just so you know. I'm just using it as like a springboard to I'm just responding to this list of myths. Let's see if I can find the author's name. No, but there is a cute picture of like a germ type of thing though, like it's like right there, I don't know if you can see. But yeah, so 18 misguided myths about tarot cards and tarot readings. Let's do the first one. Never buy your own tarot cards. So personally I don't believe this is true, but I think when it comes to these beliefs and superstitions, I think it's something, if it's something important to you, if you feel like this is a ritual that you have to pass through, then I feel like you should, you know, just do whatever that feels right for you. But you don't really have to you don't have to be gifted a tarot deck to start using tarot. I mean, I purchased pretty much all my tarot decks. I got some over the years as birthday presents or Christmas presents, but you don't need to be gifted a tarot deck for the magic to work. Next, don't let others use or even touch your tarot cards. I think this is really just personal preference. Like, I think some people believe that if you let other people touch your cards or your deck, then their energy gets intermingled with your energy and it affects your reading or stuff like that. Like, I don't really mind because I believe that the magic rests with the practitioner, so I don't really mind people touching my cards. I just want their hands to be clean, and I want them to handle my cards really delicately and just treat them with respect. That's like my only requirement, you know, like as long as your hands are clean, then I'm fine. Okay, number 3, psychics are the only people who can read tarot cards. No, everybody could read tarot cards. It's something that you can practice and deepen into. It's a practice, right? You kind of have to spend time on it. You have to commit to the study and that kind of thing. But yeah, psychics can read tarot decks. They might have a particular approach to tarot decks, but they're not the only people who can read tarot cards. So anybody can read tarot cards. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. Tarot cards are magical. I think that this depends on how you define magical. I think tarot cards are magical because it is a really wonderful tool that helps us to tap into our own psyche and help us understand ourselves better and help us navigate our lives better. So I think they're magical in that way. Like it's the potential that they have, like the things that they can do for you if you use them properly and if you kind of connect to them properly. But I don't believe they have an inherent magic. You know, I think, like I said before, the magic is really within you. It's about how you use tarot cards and how you approach tarot cards. So I don't think they're like inherently magical. They're just like cards and paper for me. Tarot cards are evil. No. They're only evil when the tarot practitioner, the person who's shuffling the cards, are evil, right? It's kind of like a knife. Knife is a really useful tool. You can use it to cook. You can use it to cut ropes. You can use it for a lot of handy things, but it could also be used to kill, to hurt someone, and it all depends on the intention of the user. So same thing with tarot cards. The tarot was invented by gypsies. I'm not really clear on the tarot histories. I mean, I don't know, like historical stuff just never really interests me. I'm more into the intuitive, symbolic landscape or the discussions of things when it comes to that. But according to this blog post, this is folklore. There's no evidence in history suggests that the tarot was invented by the gypsies. I think it's deeply associated with the gypsies. I don't know if that's a stereotype or just kind of like the popular image. I'm really not sure about this one. I don't think there's like a clear origin about when it comes to like who exactly invented tarot, but I do know that tarot is a collection of different archetypes that is sort of accumulated through mythologies, through this collective human consciousness. So I think there's like some sense of origin in that, but I don't know if it's invented by gypsies or not. Like, I'm not sure. The tarot cards are always right. I think that statement is problematic because I feel like you shouldn't attribute that kind of power to a tarot reading. If you kind of just depend on a tarot reading to tell you what to do, tell you what's right, how to make decisions in your life, then that's really disempowering. I feel like you should use tarot as a tool that guides you to help you navigate through the landscape. I think tarot cards can be a really useful map that can help you navigate, but you as the navigator has to decide where you want to go and how you want to use this map. So it's up to you. Tarot cards originate in Egypt. Again, I have no idea what the history is behind tarot cards, so I'm not sure. Number 9, tarot cards can be read over the phone. Yeah, of course they can. They can be done over the phone, they can be done over email, they can be done in whatever ways possible, because I believe that in this collective sort of reality, collective consciousness, that we're all connected in some way, and that we can sort of share insights, share our stories through this sort of this kind of act of commitment. Like when you purchase a reading from a reader, it's sort of like an invitation or a commitment to the answer that you're seeking, or even just a commitment to your curiosity, right? So I think when you do that, when you have that sort of relationship with the reader, a space opens up, and with that, within that space and through that space, the reader can communicate with the messages that are being interchanged. So yes, it can be done over the phone, it can be done over email, it can be, of course, done in person, it can be done in a multiple of ways. Cats drain your psychic ability. Honestly, I think this is hogwash. I think if anything, I think cats add to your psychic abilities, because I think cats are naturally psychic. I think animals are naturally telepathic, and I think just being around an animal helps you stay grounded to the now, helps you notice reality in different ways, gives you a different perspective. So I think animals are nothing but pluses. This statement, drain your psychic ability. No. Okay, pregnant woman must never read tarot cards. I don't know where this came from, but I don't see why not. You cannot conduct a tarot reading for yourself. No. You can conduct readings for anybody, well, with their permission, of course. Sorry, my screen is rotating. You can do a tarot reading for yourself. I think like it's a different thing when you do a tarot reading for someone else or versus doing it for yourself. I think the mentality is really different, but you can certainly do it for yourself. Like, it's very therapeutic and informative and transformative and inspirational and awesome. 13, your tarot cards must be wrapped in silk. I think this is another personal preference thing. Like, how you store your tarot cards is really your own business and your own preference. I just put them in the box and just put it on the shelf. And I have also a lovely tarot bag made by Maria Lind. It's right here. It's right here. It's so awesome. It's so cute. Yeah, but mostly I just keep them in their original boxes or in drawstring bags. They're really cute. It's just personal preference, really. Tarot cards are the work of the devil. No, this is like a common misconception. I know, like, because a lot of mainstream religion demonizes tarot cards or demonizes anything that's the other. So there's that. But tarot cards are not evil. Tarot cards are just a deck of cards. Like, they don't have any power unless you give them that kind of power. 15, tarot cards are occults. I'm not sure how to respond to this one, because to respond to this question, I feel like I need to have an understanding. What is the occult? According to this article, it says the definition of occult is hidden. So I guess it's not hidden. It's pretty mainstream now. I mean, it's not mainstream, but it's something that people are aware. Like, you can just find it in a local bookstore. So I wouldn't say it's a cult. The death cards means you're going to die. Not really. It just means that some parts of you are going to die. It could be a belief, it could be an emotional pattern, it could be some ego concept that you're holding on to, it could be a way of being, could be a mode of being and way of life. So it rarely means physical death. It means transformation or ego death, I suppose. You can't trust tarot readers. I am offended. No, I'm not. No, I think you can't trust people who can't be trusted, and some people might just end up being tarot readers. People who sort of pry on other people's emotional vulnerability to get money from them, telling them that they have curses, and then you have to pay them a fee to remove that curse. Like, that's really dumb, honestly. It's just terrible. But tarot readers are just like people, and you decide who you want to trust based on your own principles of who is trustworthy. So to say that you can't trust tarot readers is like absolutely stupid. 18, reverse cards are always bad. No, they just represent different things. I mean, I personally don't read with reversed cards, but I think they can represent pent-up energy. I mean, I used to read with reverse cards, but I stopped because I kind of just preferred it all upright now, because I need to be able to look at images. but they're not always bad. Sometimes they just mean like the archetype is yet to be realized. There's some pent-up energy, there's some perversion of that archetype, there's like you need to sort of tap into the power of this archetype, that kind of thing. So it could mean like a myriad of different things depending on your spread and the other cards that are around it. I think that's it. That's 18. That's 18 misguided myths about tarot. What are some other ones? I'm not sure. But this is a pretty comprehensive list. I think it hit all the major ones. And yeah, I think most of them are really just personal preference. It's about how you understand your reality, what you want for your tarot decks, and how you want to practice your tarot. Like, there really is no right or wrong answer. But there's some like really just like out of the blue, you know, like tarot cards are works of the devil. That's just like or tarot readers can't be trusted. That just, I think there is like, it's understandable that these things are out there because like I said, you know, like mainstream religions tend to demonize the other, and then they want to oppress anything that's against their beliefs, which is really dumb. And also there's also like I guess a lot of like people who experience scams from people who claim to be able to read tarot cards and who claim to be psychics and that kind of thing. Like, it's just doing a disservice for the community, really. Like, most of us are trying to do some good for the world. We're trying to provide guidance and light by helping our clients to get through tough times in life, or by providing them guidance and in our own way with our gifts and with our service. So it's just really stupid that some people are sort of it just bothers me like a little bit more when people who claim to be in this sort of new age and spiritual community, when they're not spiritual at all, when they're actually like just assets. You know what I mean? Like, it just bothers me like just a little bit more than people who are not in a spiritual business, if you know what I mean. Because I just feel like, how can you be in a spiritual business when you're like absolute jerks? But yeah, anyway, that is my responses to tarot myths. Again, I'll link the blog post in the description box, so if you have time, definitely go check it out. What do you think about the tarot myths? Do you think it's just personal preference? Do you think they have some sort of power, or maybe not have some sort of power, but like just kind of just like, what do you think? Like, are some tarot myths more prominent because maybe someone who practiced tarot in your life has always followed a belief, or what do you think? What's your personal take on it? Leave it down in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you like this video. Thanks for checking this video out, and thanks for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time. Until next time, level up life with tarot.